Alright, hey, good day YouTube. So do a little different video here today. Um, so everybody, well, not everybody, but just recently did the trip back home with the video and everything, and uh, I was fortunate enough to be able to gather up some of my long lost belongings that that my mom's been holding on to all these years that basically got left behind. You leave home when you're 18, and just the way things worked out, a lot of things got left behind there, but did manage to hold on to a lot of things that I had collected as a kid, and some of the stuff that I was interested in. Um, various, I had a wide range of interest for the most part. Um, but it's that was good to go back and be able to go back to those things that you haven't seen in like 20 plus years, right? And that's what I got here. I just wanted to share it with you. It's one of my books in my stamp collection, and it was fun and interesting when I was thinking about it. And as we go through this, as I wanted to show, just kind of go through it together and look at it. It's like this is how we saw the world back then. This is in the 80s. No internet. You had books and stuff you could research, but things like this is also how you were able to find out information, and research things and just find out different perspectives. When you did things like this, collecting stamps in particular, international stamps and things, and there's historical significance or links and stuff like that. There was a different way to explore things other than like nowadays. You just search to the end of the internet, and you find everything you want to know. And with us, we had to kind of put two and two together, and look at the next thing, and then look at the next thing, and like, well, how does these things look together and stuff. So I don't know. I just want to get started. I haven't really looked through this whole book yet. I kind of opened it up to see what it was. So I was just going to share kind of some of the things that I had. It's not like anything valuable, I don't think, but just a wide variety of stamps that I was able to acquire, in the back hills of North Carolina. In those days, I think there was some ways that I could get some through the mail with different. These pages are all blank. I think I may have started it backwards and then flipped over to the other side. So it may be going on here. Oh, yep, that looks like what I did. Check that out. Pretty sure that would be the front of the book. When you look at the gold trim here. Yeah, I started it backwards. We'll flip it around. So let's start from the back of the book, the way I started it. Maybe I was just getting a head start on learning to read foreign languages. Alright, and this, so yeah, this is the international stamps I was able to acquire. So again, looking at it from the perspective of a kid back then, like this was your window to the world. There's a lot of, these are like a Poland, looks like Spanish, Indonesia. Had a real big interest in history and just international stuff at that time. So those always were interesting to me. Romania, Denmark, Indonesia. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know how the glare is with the plastic sheet there. Bahamas, Czechoslovakia, Indonesia. Some of these don't even have postmarks on them. I don't know if that would make a difference nowadays. These are all in pretty good shape. Some of these are postmarked. An Auschwitz stamp from Poland. Polish stamp, several Polish stamps with a postmark. I don't even remember how I got these. Indian, here's an India stamp. We could go to flea markets back then, and there'd be old timers there that would have just random packages, envelopes of stamps that you could buy and acquire. But this is definitely a wide range I got going on here. Like you got this guy right here. It looks like a got a medal on, a priest of some type. I have to look up this guy. Some famous Polish guy. More Spain, Pakistan up here. Magyar Posta. Romania. Looks German. There's some CCCP, Soviet Union. So a lot of these trips made it definitely around the world. Democratic Republic of Germany, so that'd be East Germany, I believe. There's another Soviet stamp. So yeah, I would get these and kind of put them in together and to see what kind of, how many countries I could collect and from where, and look at another Soviet Union. I don't know how they would have a year. So this is obviously an old Australian. I'm sure that's Queen Elizabeth. That's an old Australian stamp. Italy. Some of these are fairly old. Maybe back to the 50s. With some of the graphics and the pictures on them. But yeah, you don't see so much of this type of stuff anymore. Everything's so connected with electronics and everything. I remember years ago thinking about, like, I wonder what happened, you know, my stamp collection. Like, I wonder what it'd be even interesting. But you know, looking at it and just laying things out as I acquired them. They're not like organized by country, and I just put them in here as I got them. Yugoslavia, Austria, India again, New Zealand, Nippon or Japan there. Denmark, Netherlands. Definitely some. Yeah, you get a look at the way people perceive their leaders as well at those times. I remember thinking, Argentina here, Jose de San Martin. You know, look up people and who they are once you find out what they think is important. I have a whole nother couple books of all like mintages of American stamps that I collected, because they always were putting out historical figures and stuff, and they're on, like, you know, special envelopes and stuff. That's a whole separate couple books I've got. I thought the international ones, the ones I got, were always the most fun to review, because they didn't talk about this, a lot of these places in school. You know, they'd breeze over them at best. Lots of Romania here, Mexico, Brazil, Myanmar, it looks like. Yeah, here in the bottom. Nice New Zealand stamp. Yeah, so I'd have to get a whole other book to see what even some of these, if have any significance behind any of these, if they were ever any rare issues or anything. But I would imagine not, considering most of them are used for postage. But you always have, like, the upside down plane on the stamp, right? It ends up being worth $1 million. More India. That might be an Indian stamp from before it was split into Pakistan. I have to look that one up. Things like that have historical significance can sometimes gain value. Some more Polish stamps. Somebody I knew was getting access to Poland. Czechoslovakia, Australia again. So now we're starting to get repeats. Okay, these are definitely some old Indian stamps up here. India. Some newer Polish ones. These Polish ones might be from the 80s, I would imagine. Lots of Polska, however you say it in Polish. Polish stamp with the Vikings on it, signifying the part of the relationship that trade routes in Poland and the Vikings had. Oh, here's some interesting ones. Ajman State. I cannot read that. Small writing on these. They're all like different. It's like a series. Some soldiers. Mostly soldiers, it looks like. That's definitely with some Arabic writing. Ajman State, is that a state of another country? I'll have to look those up. Yeah, all these green ones here, they're all from the same location in Arabic. It might actually be a state of a larger country. Indonesia, several Indonesias, same guy, different colors, different denominations. I think I have some African ones in here somewhere. Here's an Iranian stamp, definitely older. I think that's obviously before the Iranian Revolution. Be interesting to see what something like that is. Interesting that is. Liberia. Oh, here you go, Africa. Next page. Liberia. I think I remember getting these now. And it seemed like they were always overdone. Like, do Liberians really make stamps of themselves like that? That seemed kind of odd. And then this looks more like a Liberian, like from the country. Like, I think these may have been made by a different country, but with the country Liberia put on them for some reason. But this is a Liberia that, yeah, seemed more legit. These seem just way too characters. There's a Greek one up here. Interesting. South Africa. Congo. Pretty beat up stamp there. Sverige, is that Sweden? With the 3 crowns. Really nice design on this stamp. I can't read it. Might be East Germany or Austria, Österreich. Yeah, it might be an Austrian one. More South Africa. One of the French places in Africa, it looks like, but French Republic of the Congo, maybe. Obviously, a lot of these names have changed to some of these places. Like here you go, this Ivory Coast, maybe? Republic de Haute-Volta? I have to look that one up, I think, because we call some countries, and they're not even close to what they call themselves, like we call the Ivory Coast and places like that. Alright, another Greek, Czechoslovakia, different values. There's a fancy looking one. Chad. In French it looks like. There's a French, there's the Taiwanese. Kind of a neat one. Got a lot of Czechoslovakia here. So I'll go through phases of being able to get some Maldives. And this looks like it's just straight Chinese here. You can see that fella right there. Maybe Japanese. I can never really tell. Need to brush up. Lots of European stamps, obviously. people that use mail have a lot of stamps, I guess would be the way to say it. But definitely some India, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia down here in the corner. Some fancy ones. Maluku. I don't know if this is an island nation or where these are located out of. You can see those, all the birds, whatnot. Udara. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what those are from. I probably knew it one time. I'll have to look it up again. Definitely pretty colorful issues there. And the 1984 Olympics. The Olympic representation there. Similar post to that other one, but different color, different denomination. French, Mexico, Air Mexico, South Africa, not very old. So yeah, it'd be one of those things you look in your stamp book for all those places you hear about on the news instead of jumping on the internet. Was kind of the way I looked at it. Uganda, that might be a different country's issue. I don't know if that's from Uganda. Soviet, several Soviet ones. 1966, looks like there. You can see that. Which at the time was only maybe 20 years. 1966, but now it's like ancient history. The place doesn't even exist anymore. 1966 here with postmark. East Germany stamp. This glare's killing me, isn't it? There's several Italian and Russian. It's like a Sputnik stamp. More Russian. Yugoslavia. Yeah. I got another series of all these that are matched up. I gotta look those up. Yeah, I need to look up what these say. Yeah, Ajman State and its dependencies. Could that be United Arab Emirates? These might be United Arab Emirates, because again we call them something that they don't call themselves. But the Arabic would be the truest definition. Argentina, 1 cent up here, stamp, Argentina. Polska, Polish here with the statue figurehead. Down here, another Poland, 1974. What the significance of that was. Denmark, these look older. Brazil, right there. India, Italy, India again, Pakistan. Oh, here's some interesting. Republic Maluku Selatan. Selatan? Now I have to look that up. 1874 to 1949. So this might be a commemorative stamp. Seeing how these don't have a postmark. I probably got them through some program where you could order them or whatever. They're just probably commemorative stamps. They're probably not from that country.